so-called flying saucers.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. It's rotating.
Cool. Do you really think that like the whole need to know thing wasn't gonna blow up in your face one day with the overly secrecy of something you can't control? Like, did you actually think that? Did you think it through, or were you just trying to get a day? Oh, let me go another day without having to dealing with this. Just throw the football down the field and see who catches it. As long as it doesn't land on my lap, I'm good. Look, you weren't man enough to like understand that one day that was gonna be a horrible mistake. Welcome to Kill the Stigma. So today we're going to talk about some coincidences that no one's talking about. I did mention, I did think Red Panda Koala discussed it. Red Panda Koala does a great job with the drones. But we're going to discuss a certain time element when the general went missing, connected to attacking one of the drones. And the president, you're going to see here the president talking about it and like bragging about it as he does. And we're going to show you all that data. And I want you to think, is it a coincidence that right after we decide to shoot these things with a freaking laser, the general's like, we screwed up. You know, and he was having anxiety. He couldn't sleep well. He's got all these issues. And maybe it's because there's something really big going on that no one has any clue about due to secrecy, by the way. It's not my fault. You guys wanted to keep it secret. You guys did not want to brief anybody. Oh, you need to know. Well, what about now, bro? What about now? If this is related to aliens or NHI or UFOs, I think this is what happened. Odds are it's not. Odds are it's China, the US, playing shadow boxing. But isn't it interesting that now Chinese that are working on similar capabilities are also missing? Working with metamaterials, advanced defense missiles, capabilities, metals, and I don't know, dude. So if it's related to aliens, this is what probably happened. I'm going to show you everything I got. And also, this whole thing about the lasers with the drones, they started talking about it on February 20th, but they made that move later. Said it's a party balloon. Remember, oh, we're going to close the airport for 10 days. And it's a party balloon. I remember seeing breaking points, and thank God for Sagar, but I was so disappointed when that lady that he's with was like, you know, I can see them being so stupid that it could be a party balloon. I'm just like, that's why I need a peaceful place to do this, like this place that I'm in now. Very peaceful, because like I get so frustrated with the stupidity of people sometimes. And not to say that who was talking about drones and filming them all the time in freaking North Minnesota, like basically almost Canada. But meanwhile, the same dates, they're in Texas. Me. And I posted them in YouTube channel. I'll show you a clip there. February 20th, bro. And you'll hear that date, and then you'll hear the date of February 26th, 27th. And when did Neil leave? When did Neil decide it's over? I'm out. 27th, 28th of February. That's just a coincidence, bro. It's just a coincidence. Christian, you're just tripping, bro. You're going down these rabbit holes, and like, I'm worried about your mental health, buddy. Look, I'm worried about your mental health because you're going down these rabbit holes. You haven't gotten a haircut in I don't know how long. And like, I'm just worried about you, bro. I just want people to like know that there's also these coincidences. All right, let's go.
And before we even get into this new audio that we haven't heard before, I need to put all of this into context so the call will make sense, okay? Who exactly are we talking about? Who exactly are we looking for? William Neal McCaslin, 68 years old, retired Major General, United States Air Force. This isn't some random guy who wandered off. This is somebody who spent 34 years apparently working on some of the most sensitive technology the military has. Astronautical engineering, space acquisition, the National Reconnaissance Office, that's the spy satellite people. And eventually he took command of the Air Force Research Laboratory at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio. Now, Wright-Patterson, it's important. For decades, conspiracy theorists have claimed that is where the government secretly stored debris from Roswell. The Air Force, to be clear, has never confirmed that, but the association sticks. And as we continue to cover this case, a person like this goes missing, people start talking, people start speculating. Now, the conspiracy theories aside, here's what we actually do know. We know that it was February 27th, a Thursday morning. Now, according to the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office, around 10 a.m., a repairman shows up at McCaslin's home on Quail Run Court in Albuquerque, in New Mexico. Scheduled appointment, goes inside, interacts with McCaslin, that's confirmed. And about an hour later, 11:10, his wife, Susan, leaves for a doctor's appointment. When she gets back, just after noon, 12:04, he's apparently gone. Now, at first glance, maybe he stepped out for a walk.
The Aviation Administration did an unprecedented airspace shutdown on Wednesday. The Federal Aviation Administration did an unprecedented airspace shutdown on Wednesday over El Paso, Texas.
And it's a complete ground stop. Not even medevacs are allowed to fly.
Wow.
Multiple sources are now telling CNN that the Pentagon planned to begin using a high-energy counter-drone laser in the area without consulting with the FAA on the risk to civilian flights. The FAA responded by instituting a 10-day-long, 10-mile temporary flight restriction, although it ultimately ended after only about 8 hours. It was all to get to a February 20th planned meeting between the Pentagon and the FAA about these flight risks.
Bet I'll fucking morph into a plane. Come on, keep close enough so I can put the flight radar through. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's as zoomed in as it gets.
The Pentagon was still going to move forward with using this laser. All these new details really undercut the White House explanation that this was all because of a Mexican cartel drone that wandered into U.S. airspace. This effectively shut down El Paso International Airport, serves about 100 flights each day, and it's just south of Fort Bliss and Biggs Army Airfield, where there are often drone operations. The Pentagon still not really coming clean here on whether or not it plans to continue using this high-powered laser.
The whole swarm of drones for a couple hours was over the flight line. There's a lot of really important planes down there.
Yeah.
How concerned are you that this is something?
Well, I'm not concerned. Yeah, I know about it. They've checked that out and they've gotten to the bottom of it. You know, you have a lot of people now that fly these things all over the place, and we're coming down very hard on them. But we're able to take them out militarily. We're able to take them out very easily. And a new thing is lasers. You know, the lasers are becoming very, very effective. You hit a drone and it melts in air. It's a beautiful thing to see. If it's coming at you, having a laser is a very nice thing. But we have...
Isn't that interesting? Remember all the hoopla about Texas airspace being shut down due to, like, drones and all this stuff? And lasers and all this stuff? It's weird.
There are methods of defending against drones. I mean, the advantage from the standpoint of defense is they don't go very fast relative to a F-22, that plane right over there. They go very slow. They can be also shot out of the air by, you know, high quality aircraft, which we have more than anybody ever had.